What if there's no spark? Today I want to talk to you about you going out with somebody and you feel no spark. And so I have my thoughts on this, and I've sometimes mentioned it, but I just want to do today's episode truly just on that one thing, okay? And I want you to lean into this because I do feel like the dating culture and the noise of like the movies and the rom-coms, and it's like, oh my gosh, swept away, and it's from the first second. I completely disagree with that. And I will say this though. If you first go out with somebody on a first date and you don't feel any kind of connection, like, see, that's the word that I feel is the more important word, is a connection, and you just feel drawn to them. You feel like you're leaning into them. You're curious. You want to ask more about them, and they're leaning into you. And so like that to me is so telling of, is there a true connection? Is there alignment? Are you two really have something compatible? Are you guys compatible? This whole idea of spark, I actually feel like it could be really misleading and can take you down a path of toxic bullshit. And I don't want you going down there, because like, think about it. How many times in the past have you been, oh my gosh, it was so intense, the sparks were flying and it was so passionate. And then like you think about what happened to that relationship or situationship, and it burned out and it was a hot mess, right? And so I do feel like if you're here to truly find your forever person, and if you're not wanting that, like, stop listening to me because I'm all about helping you find your forever partner and how to navigate your life with intention to make space for that. And so I do want you to hear that, okay, maybe this is completely different from how you've been navigating your dating life. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, oh shit, I've been saying bye-bye to anyone who I didn't feel a spark with. And this is where you can own that and say, well, moving forward, when you actually go on a date with somebody, try to see and lean in, ask the questions and see, are you aligned on things that really matter to you? Now, understand, I am also, and I've talked about this before, chemistry is important. And so talking to someone and leaning into them, I really don't think you would be leaning in if you found them to be like gross. Like if you weren't at all attracted to them, you wouldn't be leaning in. You wouldn't be like curious. You kind of be like, get me out of here. So I just feel like I'm not at all about, oh my gosh, how does he look? Tall, dark, handsome, blue eyes, blah, blah. Not at all. I really feel like beauty lies in the eye of the beholder, right? But that being said, understand, spark, what you guys keep thinking about and like, oh my gosh, sparks. I do feel like that is more driven by the physical connection. And I'm not about that. I want you to have that emotional connection. I want you to feel like that best friend vibe. And that isn't just sparks from the jump. It really isn't. If you think about your friendships too in your past, like your best friends that you've met, it was just calm. It was easy to talk to them. It was like this, oh my gosh, like I get them and they get me. We kind of, can understand each other and we can relate and we can, and it's easy. So I do feel like that when you think about connection and get rid of the idea of spark and instead replace that with emotional connection, best friend vibes. Does it feel easy talking to them? Are you leaning in? That will tell you all you need to know about whether or not, oh my gosh, am I going to stay on this date for longer than an hour? Because I'm very big on just 1 hour. And if I'm going to drop the link below because I talk about that in another episode. Or hey, now if you want to go on a second date because you really continue to be curious and you continue leaning into them. There's something easy about talking to them. Let me know in the comments if you're listening on YouTube if you really are big on the spark. Are you going to just forget the spark from now on? Are you going to lean into the connection and really pay attention to that? I really want to know. And if this is resonating with you on Spotify and Apple, it would mean so much to me if you leave a review. Honestly, I am really passionate about this and reaching as many people as I could help. So thank you so much for listening, and do not settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. Until next time, thank you.